Hello everybody, it's your pal Gracious E.V.A here, and oh boy, this video. Let me tell you about this video. I have been trying to make this video for like 2 years. That is not a joke. Yeah. It's been that long, but now I think I can say that I can finally make this video after quite a bit of struggle. If you don't know how this works, I will be drawing in 10 different styles, including my own, and I will be drawing none other than my OC Silver for this. With that information in mind, sit back and enjoy this video that has literally been 2 years in the making. So, the first struggle with this style, it seems like every time I try this challenge, I always have some struggles. And the first struggle happened here, during my style. I didn't like how the original turned out, so later on, when I was drawing the other styles, I had to draw this again. However, I am glad I did that because I think this one turned out much better. I would say that my style is an anime-inspired, cartoonish hybrid a little bit, with a bit of a messy sort of coloring style. I don't know if that's the right word, but it kind of looks that way. Or I guess just kind of like blocky rendering. I don't know what to call my coloring style. It's a lot. I also have noticed when adding lighting recently, I'll make my darks really dark and my lights really light. And I think this is the result from some of my art history classes, since we were going over an area of art that sort of did the same thing. Also, this is kind of important to know that Silver is a demon. So that's why I color their eyes different than how I normally would. I add like a little swirly in the center, like a little swirl thing in the center of the eye instead of like normal pupils. That's also a bit that's also important for the other styles. They also have halo and, like, you know, unnaturally colored skin, so drawing them as if they were from other shows was a bit tricky because of this. But what I did was to draw them from shows that they would probably work well in, like their lore and stuff, or at least the personality and style. They would fit well into those universes. So at first I was going to draw like Sailor Moon kind of style, but that really, I don't think that would work unless they were like a Sailor Moon bad guy, which I guess that could have worked. So, but you know what I mean. And their design's really simple, so drawing them over and over again wasn't too bad. I also decided for my style to go ahead and fully color it, just because everyone else who does this style always colors their style fully colored, so I did that too. Here's my style. For reference, here is the original drawing I made. I think this one is clearly the winner here. The next one is from a show I just adore and love. Oh my god. It's Puella Magi Madoka Magica. I really, really love this show, from the storytelling and the characters, but also the visuals. Fun fact, I actually came across this show one time. I was just hanging out, and I saw the show on Netflix, and I watched it thinking it was another cutesy little magical girl anime. And spoilers, by the way, for some of these shows, but boy was I wrong. Man. But I think that's Puella Magi was how I got introduced to like how to really write darker stories, and I'm so glad that I found out how to do that, because I've been trying to implement that type of story writing, darker story writing, into my own. Not trying. I have a lot of dark stories. Silver's backstory is dark in and of itself, so you know. And the visuals are so cool. The characters themselves, a lot of people say all the time, isn't the best, like, drawn. But as far as like the witches, oh my god, the witches. When I first saw the witches, at first I was a little weirded out, like, oh, what the heck? Why are they like all stock images in like a 2D setting? But like after like looking back over it, I found that is so like, oh my god, that's so cool that they're basically stock images in a 2D setting, and it makes it look so cool and weird, and that's just so cool to do in a show like that, you know, in a show that does it well, instead of another show I can think of that does this but is not good. But as for drawing Silver in the style of course I drew them in the style of the characters, but it was actually pretty easy to do. I think this is because my style is a little similar to the style of the show, actually. And I like doing the line art. I like this cross-hatching thing that they do. For the halo, I tried to make it look like Kyoumen's ear things. And in universe, I feel like Silver might be working with Kyoumen, like as partner-wise, maybe. So that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, here's Silver in the Madoka style, not the Madoka style, the Madoka style. Those are two different things. Okay, this style right here was purely just so I could talk about this show. Plus other people who have done this child from Genshin Impact? No. Have done this challenge, have included a 3D style. So I thought this would fit anyway. The next style is Hoseki no Kuni, aka Land of the Lustrous. I also adore this show. I love it with I adore the story as well. I've read the manga. If you're wondering, surprisingly, I am not dead inside yet. I've even reread the manga, and I'm fine. I did kind of obsess over this show for a bit, or the story for a bit. So, you know, but it's good. It's really good. It's really good. The way like what Foes goes through and the way it's portrayed, like it's terrible, but it's done really well. Like really, really well. And I just want to learn how to do that with my writing too, you know. But as far as like the actual show, oh my god, it is so pretty. If you don't know, this show is like entirely done with CGI, and a lot of people are like, oh, an anime done in CGI, well obviously it's terrible because look at how animes use CGI in the past. Cut to a Berserker clip, but like wait, no, give the show a chance because it is so beautiful. Putting it in like a 3D CGI like medium was probably the best way to do this story and this show because of the gems. Land of the Lustrous, all the characters are gems. Their hair and their eyes, their skin, it's all gems. And putting it in a 3D aspect makes that really cool and just makes the show look so good, and all the characters look so pretty. Look at their hair, look at their eyes. Look at when they break and like the gems, you can see the gems inside. Not to mention like the backgrounds are so pretty. They're like serene, they're simple, but they're serene and calm, but also feel kind of empty as well. It's just so pretty and I love it. I also love the music. I love this, and the animation is good too. Like the fight scenes, they're so cool. And okay, I'm done. Sorry. As much as I love the series, I'm not happiest about how this style turned out. I think after looking at over a bit after a while, it's starting to grow on me. But I mainly feel this way because of the hair, because I didn't draw it as pretty as all the characters look in the show. Other than that, though, I don't think this is too bad. One reason why I wanted to draw Silver in this style is because their clothing design is really similar to the uniforms that the gyms wear. A little too similar. I wonder if I accidentally copied that. I gave them their gray hair and red eyes, but I colored their skin the same shade to the gems. But after a while, I went back and added a little crack in the skin where their gem, where you see their gem, which is shaded the same as which is colored the same as their normal skin tone, and I colored it like you see the gems do in the show. And yeah, that's this style. On to the next. The next style is the Powerpuff Girls. This one was easy, but I'm not 100% sure if I like how this turned out again. Fun fact, when I was younger, I would draw the Powerpuff Girls in the style of the show, and I even made my own OCs. So, of course, I had to add this style. I tried to make Silver look like their annoyed self. Again, I'm not quite sure if I like this one. But yeah, I think their skin color works well in a cartoony style. In fact, I think like their whole design works well in different cartoon styles. I didn't do too many cartoon styles for this. Actually, I did this, and there was only one other that was really a cartoon style. Yeah. But I do think it turned out well. I drew them in like full body because I drew them like one of the Powerpuff Girls is because they're small, so I just drew them full bodied. And I added their wings and their halo. So yeah, not much to say about this one other than I think it turned out really well. And yeah. For this next style, I tried drawing Silver in the style of My Hero Academia. One thing that's cool about this style is that a lot of characters have so many different characteristics and drawn in almost completely different styles, and all the designs look really unique. I tried to draw their hair like Deku's and their eyes like Todoroki's for reference, and just to make things a little simpler. I feel like Silver's halo would fit in their universe. In fact, I feel like their whole like look would fit in the universe, since a lot of characters have a lot of unique physical characteristics because of their quirk. So I thought that would fit. I feel like they would have like some sort of like demon quirk, demonesque quirk kind of thing. I don't know if they'd be like a villain because of that. Silver's a morally gray character, so they'd be kind of like a villain, but kind of not, and people would probably look at them and be like they don't know if they're a villain or a hero. They're just morally gray. They're as gray as their tongue. That's right. Yep, Silver has a gray tongue. That's a fact. If you look at their reference, they do in fact have a gray tongue, and yeah. I really like how their hair looks. It kind of makes their head look a little big. I'm not quite sure if I like it, but other than that, I think this one turned out alright, and I do think it does look pretty close to the show. So, for this next one, I chose a series that I know very little and next to nothing about, but I do know that the style is pretty popular. The next one is Dangonropa. I don't know if some of you guys are going to be excited about this or not. I hope you are. So here's a little surprise. I'm trying Silver in the Dangonropa style. Yay! This one was really interesting to try and replicate. I tried to copy the style of the game specifically. The anime and game did have like, slight differences, but I just went with the game. I know that, yeah, I like the line variation, and something I don't see talked about is the subtle, like, grainy paper texture of the characters. It's subtle, but when I was looking over the screenshots, I did try to replicate this, and I did this by just using like a paper texture brush and drew over the screen. I didn't think that their halo would work in the universe, so I gave them these little hairpins. Instead, I saw some of the characters have like little hairpins in their hair, and yeah, you can, anyone who knows Dangonropa, let me know if the halo would have worked or not. I just decided not to go with it. If you can see their eyes, I tried to shade it similar to their normal swirly-eyed effect by coloring it a little differently. With some of these styles, obviously, swirly eye, just straight up swirly eyes wouldn't have really worked in the canon of like the style. So I just colored them a little differently to kind of give like that same effect. So yeah, that's how that worked. But yeah, other than that, I think this looks pretty close to the show. I know not show, but game series that I know nothing about. But yeah, let me know if I did this show justice or not, if you know Dangonropa at all. And yeah. Okay, this one I had to do. It's Demon Slayer. I had to do this style because this show is about demons, and Silver is a demon. There's just no getting around this. Yeah, and instead of their normal outfit, I gave them a kimono instead because I just thought that bit more. I feel like the line art in this style also has a bit of variation, so I tried to copy that. I'm not quite sure if I pulled the style off too well. As you can see in the footage, I tried to add Silver's swirly eyes in their face, like on like underneath their eyes. Since some demons do have patterns on their skin, I didn't like it though, so I ended up getting rid of it. I also attached their wings to their back. That's probably why I'm not really happy with this. I don't know if I really like that, but yeah, it's okay. The eyes, again, I tried to color it similar to how the swirly eye effects does to their eyes. Don't know if I'm happy with those either, but yeah. Yeah, Silver would again work really well in the series because they're a literal demon. They would probably be like a very powerful demon. I don't know if they would like willingly eat humans, or if they would do something like Lady Tomio does, like just drink their blood. But I would probably think it would be not for the reason Lady Tomio does, which was to be like, oh no, we don't want to eat humans because that's bad. But Silver would probably be like, yeah, I don't trust eating humans. I don't know where they've been. I'm not gonna eat that. That's gross. I guess I'll drink their blood if I have to, but I'm powerful enough as is. I don't need to eat demons. I don't need to eat humans. Ooh, what if they did eat other demons? I haven't read the rest of the manga, and I haven't seen the entertainment arc. But let me know if there is a demon, like a cannibal demon. I don't know what would be the point of that because demons regenerate. I'm not gonna think about it right now. Yeah, here's the style. There you go. The next one is Soul Eater. I thought this would be a cool one since Silver's style kind of matches the vibe of this show anyway. I think I pulled off this style quite well actually, unlike the other few. Soul Eater has a very simple style, but it's really interesting. I think mostly because of how they draw faces. It's really unique, and it was fun to draw Silver's face in this style. They're like, their annoyance of the face expression was really fun to draw in this style. For their halo, I don't know why, but I drew it like swirlier. I know I said swirly a lot in this video, but swirlier than it normally is, probably to match the vibe of the style more closely, I guess. I don't know why I did that. It was also easy to find references for Silver's clothes because, again, Silver matches the style of the show so close that it's like it's very there. And there's a lot of references for that. And yeah, again, I'm quite pleased with this one. I think they would fit well in this story. And yeah, there's Silver. There they are. And on to the next. Now at this point I was running out of styles to do, so I decided to do another video game one, Undertale, yay! I chose this one because I would think Silver would work as a fantastic boss in the video game, although maybe not so fantastic because actually fighting them probably wouldn't be that fun, I would imagine. Yeah, that would not be fun. This one was pretty easy. I just drew them in a black and white pixelated style. And what was interesting is that I drew like the spots where like you're supposed to separate the blacks and whites and like white, and then like I drew like a black square like behind them, and so I had to draw like all the blacks as whites and then all the whites as blacks. That was cool. Again, it would not be easy to fight Silver if they were a boss in the game, but they would very much work as like a monster character in the game. So that's pretty cool, and I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I didn't do pixel art too much, but this turned out well, and I'm happy with it. Okay, so this last one, I had done all of these styles, and I was looking back over them, and it turned out I had only done 9. And at that point I was getting real tired of this challenge, and I was like, but I knew I had to do 10. So for the very last one, I just chose panty and stocking for the last style. I haven't seen the show, only a couple clips here and there, but it does have a very unique style for an anime show. This is actually an anime show. It's got very sharp lines, and overall it's pretty recognizable for being like a very cartoony anime show. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's also a show with angels and demons, and so I thought out of everything this would be a good one to finish this challenge. And look, Silver looks as annoyed as I am at this point, yeah, I drew their hand in this just because I thought that would have made the last triangle look interesting. Also, they draw hands really uniquely as well, and so it was actually easy for me to draw hands for this one. And yeah, so that's that style. Yep. And with that, this challenge is finally done. This took forever, but I'm so happy to finally have done this. I hope you guys have enjoyed this somewhat chaotic video. Here's all the styles up on screen right now. If you did like this and you like how all these turned out, please be sure to like the video. And if you want to see more videos like this, please be sure to subscribe. You can see all my artworks on my socials below. I have 2 comics on my Webtoon now. Ooh, 2 now. So be sure to check those out in the links in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!